Peace and blessings, family. This is Ubria, and I am back with another reading. This might resonate with you or with someone in your energy. You will receive valuable insight either way. And if it doesn't apply, let it fly. And if you're new to my channel, please take a moment to subscribe. So this reading asks the question, how do you know when someone has learned their lesson? How do you know when someone really won't do something again? And I think it's also asking the question, what is the difference between somebody learning their lesson and not doing something again? Because somebody could learn their lesson and still go out and do that shit again. What is the lesson? What is the lesson that needs to be learned in order for someone to truly not do something again? I'll give you an example. You could have somebody that cheats on a test, and if they get caught, yeah, they learn their lesson. They're just going to cheat better next time, right? But that doesn't mean that they're not going to do it again. That just means that they're not going to get caught. How do you go from thinking that the lesson is simply don't get caught to understanding that the lesson is don't do that shit again? So that's the question that this reading is asking, because there's someone who just keeps doing it. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, this person is going to keep doing it. They have not learned their lesson. They've been doing it and they're going to keep doing it. And they could show up and they could come around and they could say, I understand, I've learned my lesson. Like, this person can play the role. They can be very loving. They can be very spontaneous. They can be very sweet. They can say things to you with such force and dedication and emotion and feeling that your body physically responds and you feel like you can really trust everything that this person is saying. But this person does that to you, or you do that to someone, or someone in your energy does that to someone else in your energy, because they get like a dopamine hit, or they get something from it. It's just like in the cheating analogy. If someone doesn't know the answers to the test, but they want to pass the test, it's because they get something for passing the test. So someone is not going to fail. What they've done is just simply gotten better at being sneaky, at taking what doesn't belong to them, because what they do, okay, so let's go back to the cheating analogy. Say if someone knows that every time they get a good grade on their test, they're going to go home, their mother's going to praise them, give them milk and cookies, let them pick the TV show for tonight for family time, let them pick the game for game night. Whatever it is, this person knows they're going to reap great rewards for whatever this thing is that they're cheating to get. So while it may look like, if this person gets caught, it may look like they've learned their lesson and they'll never do it again. Even when they say that, even when they say, I've learned my lesson and I'll never do it again, they're only saying that for the props that come with that, for the little bit of energy and attention and positive emotion that comes with that. This person has no intention of actually not doing it again. And for this person, it's strictly a matter of math. If I lie, if I cheat, if I steal, I get more. If I get caught and I admit my wrongs, I have an opportunity to still lie, cheat, and steal and get more. If I get caught and I promise not to lie, chill, and you get it, okay? But with all of this, there's no lesson being learned. So the deeper part of this reading, what it's really trying to tell you is that somebody finna learn their lesson. And this is a lesson that maybe it's going to make you really feel really bad to see someone learn this lesson, because maybe you or someone else really didn't want things to have to get this far in order for someone to learn a lesson in this way. But there is something coming for somebody, because it's like there's nothing else that's really going to make them think about their actions except consequences. This person so far has been able to talk themselves out of consequences, and that actually is not beneficial to them. And this person could feel like this. So this could also be what's the word? Accomplice, an associate. So you could be coming to a situation where you keep hoping, oh, okay, now I get it. So I think that's part of the consequence, actually, is that you're going to have to separate yourself from this person, because there's something about where this person is headed where you can see where it's headed. You can see where they're headed, but they can't see it. This is definitely giving, if you keep going that way, you're going to end up where you're going type energy. And I feel like it's going to be a crisis point for someone because they could really want to lie, cheat, and steal and want to go the way that they're going, but they could also really, really want to go with you. It's something about your attention, presence, validation, love, appreciation, comfort. It's something about your relationship with this person that whatever they're doing, it doesn't work unless you see it or something. Unless you see it, unless you're involved in it, unless you participate. There's also something here too about this person could literally get off on deceiving you. Like, deceiving you isn't as fun if you don't forgive them and believe them, because this person wants a clean slate to do this shit again. And if there's a little bit of distrust still in the mix, then when they finally go lie, cheat, and steal, it doesn't affect you as much because you kind of expected it a little bit. So the fact that you can't continue to be blindsided is what is bothering this person. That is a consequence to this person, because they want you to keep being blindsided. They want you to keep getting hurt. They want you to not see it coming. They want you to be in shock. They want you to be traumatized. And I feel like that's not going to happen anymore, because you see what this is. You're beyond the point of believing a single fucking word that comes out of this person's mouth, because they always do the same shit. So it really puts this person in a very vulnerable position, because if you choose to stop dealing with them, if you choose to stop looking at them, then the truth of their actions is going to come crashing down all around them. And there's something about this being very public. Like, this isn't in front of a little bit of people. This is in front of a lot of people. So this reading could also just be telling you to hold on, be strong, because if you feel like somebody keeps deceiving you, they keep hurting you, they keep getting away with it, and you feel like, when will life take notice of what this person is doing to me? Number one, you have to separate from this person before the karma hits, because if you don't, the karma's going to hit you too. So if you feel like no true punishment, no true divine retribution has come down from heaven to avenge you from all the things that this person has put you through, the reason is because if God strikes this motherfucker with lightning, but you standing next to them, ain't you gonna burn up too? You are. So you have to tap into your own strength in this situation and find a way to separate from this person. Because there's a way where I feel like the reason why what they do keeps working is because you really do have a little bit of hope still. It really does get your hopes up a little bit, where you feel like, oh, this person's finally going to be decent. They're going to be civil. They're going to be kind. They're finally going to honor the investment that I've put in them. But I feel like this is a very harsh truth that you need to learn, is it does not matter how many times this person shows up and they seem like they're well and good. They're not. They haven't learned their lesson. They're not going to honor the investment that you put into them. So you have to love yourself enough to just, this is such a paradox, right? I feel like this is the key to why this is so hard for you, is because you have to love yourself enough to let your heart grow cold to someone else. And for you, that is the opposite of love. Because I feel like part of your definition of love includes protecting people from themselves. And so where this is a weird, like, crazy funhouse mirror, because every time you ask the question to the universe, when is this person going to learn their lesson? The universe reflects the question back to you and asks you, no, nigga, when are you going to learn your lesson? And stop fucking with this person. You feel me? That's the question. All right. I hope this helped. I'm going to leave it there. Peace.